Embodied architecture is all about helping people understand how a space actually feels when you move through it, with a different body or sensory experience. Instead of relying on plans or polished walkthroughs, it focuses on the lived, everyday reality of being in a room, what you notice, what you struggle with, and what you might not see at all. The interface opens with a simple, clean layout that matches the embodied architecture identity. At the top, you can choose between 4 embodied modes: wheelchair, elderly, low vision, and sensory. As the camera pans down, you see the tools that support the experience. Learn about modes, save notes, compare modes, and manage settings. At the bottom, you can switch between different domestic scenes. For this proof of concept, everything takes place in the kitchen. Moving into low vision mode, the view softens and bright spots become harder to read. Even in a short walkthrough, you can see how quickly edges and surfaces start to blend together. The annotated image that follows is static, but in a real system you'd be able to move around the space freely, with labels appearing as you encounter barriers or moments of difficulty. For now, the still image keeps everything clear and consistent. The side tab appears next, giving you quick access to the same tools while you're inside a mode. Here, Compare Modes is selected so you can switch perspectives without leaving the environment. Moving into elderly mode, the camera shifts slightly lower and steadies the movement. Suddenly, lighting, corners, and reachability become much more noticeable. The static annotated image highlights these points clearly. Going into sensory mode, the focus shifts to overstimulation. In this example, the camera sits lower because it represents the perspective of a neurodivergent child. In a full version of the system, the height could be adjusted for different users, showing how sensory load changes depending on where you are in the room. Moving into wheelchair mode, the camera drops to seated eye level. High counters, tight corners, and unreachable storage become obvious straight away. Again, the annotated image stays consistent with the others to keep the comparison clear. Across all these modes, the same kitchen feels completely different, and throughout the experience, users can record what they notice, either by typing directly into the interface or by speaking aloud and having their thoughts automatically transcribed. It means every reaction, every barrier, every moment of clarity can be captured as it happens. Embodied architecture turns these small observations into something meaningful, shifting spatial understanding from something abstract to something felt, and helping designers create homes that genuinely support the people who live in them.